Conan's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTube Ronin. I'd like to welcome you to this special broadcast. All right, I want to say hello to everyone currently joining us on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to say hello to a few people who have joined us here in the live YouTube chat. So, first off, Jamie Lynn Simons, hello. Netters Network, bringing the Geeky Geezers raid. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch of our second channel, Fluff Chick Productions, Connie Cleary. Our friends are being used against us. Let me tell you what happened earlier this week. Some of you know this story, some of you might not, but it is a cautionary tale. I was scrolling through Facebook, which I'm not on very often, to be quite honest. I wouldn't be on there at all, except that, I do have family and friends there, and in a lot of ways, it's my only way to communicate with them, on a daily type basis. And I was told through this Facebook post that another YouTuber, someone I had actually been on panels with, had been killed in this multi-vehicular car crash. Very bad, multiple deaths involved. So naturally, being concerned, I clicked to that post, and that post led me to a video, which seemed odd. So I clicked right back off of that right away. And for the next couple of days, I received, I would say, probably 6 or 8 messages an hour on my phone. Your phone has been hacked, your account has been hacked, the whole thing. And, naturally, I asked some people about this. I said, it looks like a phishing scam. Ignore it. It'll go away. And it did. But it got me thinking. What kind of a scheming, low-class mother effer do you have to be to pull that on somebody? It's pretty low. People on Facebook have friends. They have families, and they got people who care about them. So when you print something like that that's false to begin with, and then you try to scam people off of it, that's pretty freaking low. So I dove into this, and I went looking into this, and I'm starting to find out that this is something that happens quite a bit. And it's gotten worse on, in particular, Facebook, which has turned into something of the Wild West of late. Now, this is not me telling people not to use that app. I want to say that up front. But I do want to warn people that this is now the way the scammers are coming at us. And what I ran into this week is not an isolated incident. Be careful what you click on. Find out from a third party if the information you're being told is correct. The world is a stressful enough place. Now, me, I'm a nobody. Money, I don't have any. Friends, honestly, mostly you guys. Want to read my messages? I feel sorry for you because you're going to be bored. Now, I got lucky, but other people have been taken in by these things, have been taken in by scammers and lost everything. So I've noticed that this is another case of if the people who are in charge of these apps are not going to do anything about it, then it's something that we ourselves are going to have to watch out for. So please, please, please be careful online. If you have kids, and this is something else that I want to stress because there's some other things I've been seeing online that are kind of hinky. If you have kids, please monitor what they look at online. All right. Do not just sit them in front of a computer or give them a phone, you know. Um, go outside and play. Read a book. Um, there are things online they do not need to be seen, and because stuff that you and I as adults might see as harmless might be different for a kid. So that's what I want to stress tonight. This is why I wanted to come on and kind of do this um, video, kind of away from unscripted, this is kind of normally the kind of thing I would be covering on there. But this is sort of like an extra segment tonight. You have scammers out there that will use your friends to try to get to you. And you have content being put out there that, quite frankly, should not be seen by children. And that this is something that we have to be concerned with. Now, as I mentioned earlier tonight on Unscripted, we as YouTubers, there are more eyes on us than ever. So I feel that we have something of a responsibility, not just to entertain people or inform people, but we have a responsibility to make sure that certain content doesn't get out there. Things that kids shouldn't be seeing. Make people aware of scams that are going on, like this one, which could be used to steal your information or steal money. These are things that we have to watch out for. Monitor communications, because there are stalkers out there. There are people who wish to harm children. I mean, I'm not trying to scare anybody with this, but at the same time, this is something that I'm starting to see a lot online. It's sort of inappropriate content, content that are, that scammers put out there. And the links that they are now going to are frankly kind of creepy. I mean, when you are dealing with someone who is willing to say that, oh, okay, oh, your friend's dead in this really horrific kind of manner, and then try to and then will use your friendship, your emotion, to try to scam either money or information from you. That is creepy as hell. And this is something that is happening. Um, and seems to be happening on in an increasing basis. It does seem to be happening more often on Facebook that I've noticed. So this is my plea tonight, to those at Facebook who would be concerned at this sort of things, to this is something that you're going to need to clean up. Before it becomes a problem that gets beyond you. And I would also implore those that are on other social media platforms, including right here on YouTube, there are communities, let's say, on platforms, and the best thing to do to combat this is just very simply have each other's backs. Like you would out in the real world. Make people aware of these kind of scams. Make people aware of content that is harmful to children. And hello to Enigma Severus. So that's really what I wanted to come on tonight and talk about, make you aware that this scam is out there. It's taking place, how these people are going about it. And you also don't want another situation like what happened with this Reddit mod that broke into the guy's house. That I'm sure we've all seen that video. Now, he was able to talk that guy down. The homeowner was able to talk that guy down. I probably would have done something else, especially once he entered the home. That's me. Because first there's negotiation, and then there's not. So you got to be careful of that, because you could have, people, let's face it, there are some people who are unstable. And, you got to watch out for them. Yeah. And I'm sure I don't need to tell any of you that there are certain news outlets that you can't count on. Because while they claim they are objective and and neutral and nonpartisan. We know that's not the case. And before anybody gets on my back, I'm talking about being biased for either side of the political aisle. So you have to be careful also where you get your information from. And you also do have to keep in the back of your mind that that a lot of these news outlets, political opinion outlets, also have this tendency to turn on a dime, where they will support one thing one day and then the next they'll have this completely different outlook. So that's another place where you have to be careful. You have to find a news outlet that you trust. If there is a story, is it confirmed by multiple sources? Which plays into what I mentioned at the beginning. Confirming something, don't believe everything that you read unless you can confirm it. If something seems hinky to you, if you've got that, sixth sense in the back of your mind, something's not right about this, you know what? You're probably right. So that's what I want to tell you about tonight. Go to news sources that you trust. If there is a story, make sure you can confirm it through multiple outlets that are also trustworthy. Be careful of what kind of content your children see. Beware of people who could potentially be stalkers, or somebody out to try to harm you. Just be careful online, because there are people out there who are willing to lie, cheat, steal, and worse. Now, I avoided a close call this week. And who knows where that would have gone. If I had kept going instead of questioning what I was looking at. So that's what I wanted to say tonight. And Guys, just be careful out there. And I am going to go ahead and put this out there that if this is the way they're going about trying to scam us, by saying that something has happened, you know, like a death or an injury. If anybody puts out something like that about me and you can't confirm it, and they want you to click on some sort of a link, don't buy into it. If it's a situation like that that happens for real, I will make sure there is somebody there that makes sure that you guys know. So please be careful. It is a jungle out there, the internet. Um, and they're getting a lot craftier. And they're not afraid who gets stomped on in the process. So, guys, just please be careful of all of these things. You know how they say in the real world, you keep your head on a swivel. You do the same when you're online. So, thank you for hearing me out tonight. Um, please share out the stream and hit the like if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. Memberships are available. In conclusion, guys, look careful. These scammers, they're playing ball, and be careful of people who might potentially try to do you harm, not only online but in the real world. And just when it comes to the news and just information, just be careful where it comes from and make sure that you can confirm it before you react. And if you see somebody says, click this link to wherever, and it doesn't feel right to you, man, do not click on that link. Now, in about an hour, Troy Pacelli is going to be continuing his Doctor Who rewatch. He's going to be wrapping up the Aztec storyline from the first season with the original and true original first Doctor, William Hartnell. Of course, if you're a member of Troy's channel, join Troy, Netter, and myself for last call, members night at the movies. The movie is going to be Cocktail with Tom Cruise and Elizabeth Shue from the 80s. And also, hey, keep an eye out for more content here. So thank you for hearing me out. Thank you to everybody on X who's listening in. It is appreciated. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Thank you to everybody who is here in the live chat. Thank you, Netter, Troy, and Boomer for the Geeky Geezers raid. Thank you to Connie and Enigma and Jamie Lynn and whoever else might have been listening in during the course of the show. I am quickly approaching 1 million views. I think I'm somewhere around 987,000 right now. So thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast here. Thank you all once again. And stay tuned for Troy's Doctor Who rewatch in an hour. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy. Not only physically, but mentally and healthy online as well. Because this is how we're going to win. Good night.
It's even odd Neuronins back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win.